Hello, everybody. Justin Stivers, owner of the probate law firm. Very excited today to be speaking with Realtor extraordinaire, Banna Fakhoury. Banna, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming on today. So we've kind of been social media friends. I've kind of followed you, seen a lot of the stuff that you're doing, which is why I wanted to have you on, because I know a lot of people, obviously this is on social media, and people watching this, and they're probably interested to learn, one, how you built like such an amazing following in such a probably relatively short amount of time, and how you're using that to build your business, to leverage your business. So we'll talk all things social media. But where I always like to start is tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
Who am I?
Who's
Banna?
Yeah, who's Banna?
Banna is a Miami native. I was raised.
That's rare.
Rare, right? We're a dying breed now. So I was actually born in California, but moved to Miami when I was 3, child. And then my mother is Ecuadorian. My father is Jordanian. I get that question a lot, so we can get
Okay, there we go. All right.
I speak Spanish, bilingual, grew up in Miami, schooling all the way through. Got into real estate when I was about 8 years in the industry now. And from there, social media kind of entered my life maybe in the 2013, I would say. And I noticed the amazing, benefits from social media and all the free ways you could use it and how it could really benefit your business.
So before we get there, how did you get into real estate? What was kind of the turning point?
So friends of mine at the time had opened up their own investment firm, and it was, during that time foreclosures and short sales were just huge. And I just saw such a good opportunity to join a new and growing company in an industry that was new to me. And I saw the amount of money that you can make and all the freedom that you can have if you schedule it correctly.
Sure.
So I joined them as a acquisitions, finding distressed properties, helping homeowners, and then I got licensed, and then here we are.
The rest is history. And who are you working with now?
Right now, it's a company called Real Estate. It's a boutique agency on the beach. I like it. I'm the sales director there.
Okay.
I like it because we assist our clients in sales, leasing, and management.
Gotcha.
Full service, one-stop shop. So I help my clients buy their property, we rent it for them, or we manage it, and then when they're ready to sell, we help them sell.
Okay.
It's nice, we have a nice relationship with our clients for many years. So it's nice to be offering all these benefits.
And do you focus on any specific type of real estate, high-end, condo, or you're kind of all over the place? I know we were talking earlier, you're driving all over the place, but are you focusing on any type of area or anything?
Yeah, so I now live on the beach.
Awesome.
Yeah, what a different life it really is.
I haven't done it. I kind of want to do the beach life, but I haven't done it.
Yeah, I love it. Sometimes I'm like, okay, let's go hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of drives around real slow sometimes. But you wake up in the morning and seeing the ocean, it's nice. So I live, in Miami Beach, and I work, my office is on the beach as well. So I would say I'm working a lot on the beach, but I service, all of Dayton, Broward.
Okay.
Homestead to Broward, I work, but predominantly Miami Beach.
So let's go back to, you said 8 years ago you started out.
Correct.
And we were talking earlier, you're now teaching a course, not your average
Lead generation.
Lead generation. Okay. So when you started, what was the first couple of days like?
When I first started the course, it was small. I had put together this presentation with a couple of slides, and I wanted to include success stories because I'm a firm believer in testimonials,
Sure.
and I need to see what really works. So I included some success stories. I included tips. I included free ways to generate leads, because nowadays I feel everyone kind of wants money all the time.
Right.
But there's free ways of doing things that can really boost someone's business in a short amount of time without spending so much money.
Yeah.
And us realtors incur so many expenses, we really do, especially in the beginning of our careers. So I wanted to kind of bring something to the market where the rookie realtor and perhaps a veteran realtor can really learn something.
So what were you doing to get leads when you first started? Were you doing, because I've spoken with more veteran realtors, and they're always talking about door knocking and door hangers and direct mail and that sort of stuff. But my guess is that's not your angle.
It's not, actually,
Okay.
It's not my angle.
All right.
I'm old school. I really prefer the one-on-one communication and conversing, and perhaps door knocking wasn't the way for me. It really wasn't. But I like to go to events. That was one of my big things, going to events, meeting people out and about, going to events where I'm the only realtor. maybe charity events or attorney events, things like that. That's kind of how I started. I also grew my LinkedIn, and some of my contacts that were first on LinkedIn like 8 years ago are still my attorney now, Robert Elias, still my attorney, met him through LinkedIn 8 years ago.
Wow.
So that's what I was doing when I first started my real estate career, going to events and trying to grow my social media platforms. That's my two biggest things.
So when did you kind of see that with social media, that's how you could really build a business? Was it early on?
It was early on, I would say. Yeah, it was early on. I started off with LinkedIn because I started getting referrals. That's how it happened. We would sell these properties, we own them, and we work with investors. So LinkedIn, they would find me, these investors would find me, I would find them on LinkedIn, send them emails, they would buy the property, and it was quick. It was just so easy, and that's how I first saw, okay, maybe you don't need to cold call, thousands of people a week.
Sucks.
It's not easy, it's not easy, and you need such grit and discipline, and sometimes I just want an email or something like that, so LinkedIn kind of helps me with doing that.
So LinkedIn, you're still actively on it getting business?
I'm active on it. I have 12,000 connections. For some reason, something told me when I first started to just focus on growing your platforms.
Okay.
So when I first started, 0, of course. So then LinkedIn, now I have 12,000. Instagram, I'm going on 11,000. Twitter, about 2,000. My Facebook business has about 4,500.
Okay.
And my personal Facebook has about 4,000 friends. So all combined, it's a good amount. It's a good amount of following, and I use that as a tool to get listings. When I talk to sellers, I tell them, there are 65,000, I think we said, realtors in South Florida. How can I differentiate myself? And this is how. The fact that I have 50,000 followers on all my social media platforms, you're getting way more exposure for your listings.
I'm curious, have you ever, because I've seen realtors posting the listing, doing the camera, the video of the property and all of that. Does that work?
Absolutely, it works. Yeah, absolutely. I'm really noticing people want to see live. They want to see instantaneous.
Well, it makes the realtor's job easier because you can just be with your client and say, look, here they are. Here's a picture of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Walkthrough of it.
Yeah, exactly. I even got the new iPhone just because the pictures it takes are so amazing, and everyone wants to see things so fast and so immediately that you have to kind of do those type of things, invest in technology like that. So, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your process, because you were talking about, the follow-up and the CRM that you're really kind of leveraging. Is that part of your course as well?
Yeah.
Can you give secrets to it?
Are you gonna buy my course?
So that's part. So you don't have to give it all away.
No, okay. So one of my biggest things I teach in the course is working your database, and you have to build your database first. So people, sometimes go to events or they meet people and they have this amazing conversation and they leave, but that's not how things go, So I always try to get everyone's business card. I'm just a huge advocate of getting people's business cards.
I like that you said that. Sorry to cut you off, because I was at a realtor event. And I asked someone for a business card. He said, business cards are dead. I don't take business cards. Let's exchange cell phone numbers.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I don't really want you to have my cell phone number. And so he never got I didn't tell him that, but we just didn't. I don't know. I feel like business cards aren't dead, but I
don't think they're dead either.
Yeah.
And the cell phone thing, okay, I admit, but getting your email immediately like that, I do like almost even more, because business cards you can lose or whatever. But it's getting that email. That's really what it's about. It's getting that email. So let's say you give me your business card, I'll go ahead and send you an email that same day. Almost immediately you want to send that email. Hey, Justin, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for having me today. This is who I am. These are the services I offer. And if you have any questions or any referrals, here I am. And then that email goes into your CRM, and that CRM, I'm hoping you're sending out email blasts to that CRM.
Sure.
So you're saying contact. And then you're also posting on social media. So you're always going to see me everywhere. You're going to get tired of seeing me, and that's what I'm trying to get to, because it's constant marketing. I'm always there, and eventually it will lead to a referral. It will lead to a sale. You just got to keep working it and working it.
So we talked a little bit before we got on here that the value of building a brand that's not just about what you do, right? Like, so for myself, we were saying, if I was talking about probate all day long, not that I have your amount of followers, but I have negative followers because people would not want to hear about, they're blocked. But so you do a good job about, real estate's a little bit more interesting, but you kind of like add your personal flavor to it. So that's been intentional, or?
It's been intentional. It's been intentional. We're all in real estate. All realtors are not created equal, but at the end of the day, we are trying to sell or sell a property or help our clients. So it's not more about what we do, but who we are. So I try to showcase that in my social media. I try to, my client's realtor is involved in ocean conservation, and they're involved heavily with the Association of Realtors, and they like to travel and they live the Miami lifestyle. My clients can come to me and know what new restaurants are on the market, or what new buildings are coming, where should I go eat today, what should I do this weekend. So I try to become like a resource, a Miami resource, not just a realtor.
Yeah. So what would you say to realtors that maybe are hesitant to do so? I mean, let me ask you this: in your course, is there resistance from realtors to try to use social media in that aspect?
A little bit. They kind of see it as a chore,
right.
And for me, it's day to day. It's very, it's part of my life at this point. I try to maintain that line of privacy with, showing the public what I do, but it's very important to showcase what you're doing. Look what I'm doing today. I'm going to an inspection. Oh, look at this property, so gorgeous. Because you never know who's looking, and someone's always looking. They really are. Something might not be for you, but it will be for them. And the only way they see that is through social media. So I do see a little bit of resistance on it because they think it's a chore. Like, oh my God, I gotta do this. That's the wrong mindset.
Do you think it's kind of changing from the way real estate's done from when you got into it 8 years ago to now?
I definitely see a change. The videos are the future.
Right.
And not just videos of the unit, videos of you and the unit, interviews like this, videos are definitely where it's at.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So what's next on your list?
A lot.
Yeah, I know we talked a little bit, some of it's secret. You're gonna be rolling out soon, yeah.
So my Not Your Average Lead Generation class, we're making great headway with that. I have a new partnership that will also be announced soon. This class will be available to worldwide online. I think it'll be very exciting because not only can local realtors benefit, but anyone really selling real estate or anyone in sales too. So there's going to be some big things coming with that, and we'll see what other projects I get involved in. I'm also part of the Women's Council of Realtors. We're doing big things as well. I'm involved with the YPN. We have some great events coming this year too. I'm sure I'll have some more things lined up.
Yeah, so on that, with those organizations, because you said when you started it was all about going to events. I mean, I think people still have to be doing that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I call it the collective effort.
Yeah.
That's what I teach about in my class. It's not just going to an event. It's not just going to social media. It's going to all of these things, doing all of these things, and that kind of goes hand in hand with social media. You're doing all these things and you're posting it on social media, so that's how you can grow your brand and you stay active and stay involved. Those organizations and associations teach me new rules that are being, imposed in Miami, new laws that are coming. So it's nice to kind of stay involved. Let's try to be a step ahead of the game.
I was just curious. You mentioned you do something with conservation, ocean conservation.
Ocean conservation.
Yeah. What do you do with that?
I'm trying to do more with it.
Okay.
I'm trying to balance it into my life. I'm pretty sure I'll be launching a nonprofit at the end of the year for ocean conservation and helping the sea turtles. I like
the turtles.
Right. So last June 1st, 2019, I hosted my first beach cleanup.
Okay. We
picked up over 200 pounds of plastic and trash. And this year I'm hoping to maybe double it, do more. It's on the beach. And I hosted a private pool party after at a rooftop hotel in South Beach. Discounted food, drinks. I offered, free cups that were not plastic, metal straws. Night Owl cookies helped out with that too. So, so June 1st, I'm going to be hosting another beach cleanup. Let's see where, and the little plans are still being confirmed, but I'm excited for that.
And I guess last couple questions. What do you recommend for either new or veteran realtors that maybe the business is stagnant a little bit? They don't know what to do. Is there any things they can do today? Start taking action today.
Yes, host an open house. That's number one. And then what do you? It's not just doing the open house. Is what do you do before and what do you do after the open house? Okay. So you don't just show up. You plan it. You do a full week of marketing for the open house. You door knock nearby that you're having that open house. You have all those signs out, and then the leads that you get from the open house, you have to work them. They get added to your CRM. Have your lender assist you. so host an open house. You can really generate a whole book of business off of maybe 2 weekends of straight open houses. And then
So open houses are not dead?
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
I just had one on Saturday, and I haven't done an open house in quite a few months. And I had about 7 people walk in, and 4 of them were direct buyers,
Wow.
unrepresented. One of them wants to sell to buy. I was very impressed.
Alright.
So open houses are not dead. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start doing them again. Yes. And then the new realtors, I recommend organizing your contacts starting now. I'm sure if you go through your closet or through your purse, you have hundreds of business cards.
Sure.
Get those, put it into your CRM, invest in a CRM now. I know there's so many on the market
Yeah,
that are
it's a
pretty affordable.
Yeah.
And start name, phone number, email, where you met them, buyers, sellers, past contacts, new contacts, so that 8 years later you have this huge book of business from people you met 8 years ago.
Okay.
So those
Awesome.
2 things.
So that's real world advice you could start doing today. Awesome.
Yes.
And where can people find you? You're all over the place, but where
Find me.
how they find you?
So on Instagram, I have my handle is Miami_real estate. I was able to get that handle, which
Nice.
is great for my business too.
Yeah.
And then on Facebook, I am Banna Fakhoury. You can search for me there. And if you'd like to email me, it is banna@bannamiami.com.
Awesome. So check it out. If you all have questions, follow this lady. She's got a lot of stuff coming out, some new products that are going to be coming out as well. And you've got courses coming up as well. Do you have anything planned teaching wise or?
It's coming soon. We
Okay.
are formalizing our education plans for YPN.
Okay.
And I'm putting together a course soon in March or so. So stay tuned
Awesome.
for that.
Stay tuned.
I told him we'll have a follow-up interview soon.
Yeah. We'll talk again soon. Banna, thank you so much.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
And
Thank you.
talk to you guys soon.